Hey guys, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I have heavily been into the 90 Day Fiance tell-all, like, for season 8. This has been a really, really good tell-all so far. Like, honestly, I think doing a house for everyone to stay in and doing the tell-all over a couple of days, it makes sense. Like, honestly, I love a bunch of people staying in the house and they're filming and recording all the drama. That's my shindig. I can't lie. I'm a little messy. I enjoy the mess. So when I found out this is what TLC was doing, I was like, I'm in. I will be honest, this season I kind of was in and out of the season because it was okay, but this tell-all, however, let's get into it. So it starts off with the couples arriving to the house. The first was Thais and Patrick. Then it was Gino and Jasmine. I'm be honest, Thais and Patrick, they're kind of, I don't want to say they're boring, but they don't really have much going on other than, like, the main drama, I think, is Patrick's brother. Who cares? So moving on from them, next is Gino and Jasmine, and my gosh, Patrick and Thais were talking junk about Jasmine coming in with her sash from Miss whatever the heck she won. Let me be in a pageant. It could be like Miss Quarter Pounder with a side of fries USA 2024, and I'm gonna wear that sash with pride everywhere I go, especially when there's cameras in my face. I want y'all to see what I worked hard for. Like, if I worked for that sash, I'm gonna wear that sash. But whatever. So Jasmine and Gino get there. Thais and Patrick find out they are not happy. They are not even sleeping in the same bed, which is funny because Patrick was just like, hopefully Jasmine and Gino aren't always on top of each other and blah, 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 blah. You know, Jasmine was sucking his toes and things. And so that probably threw them completely left field to see them. And they're like, yeah, we're not even sleeping in the same room. It absolutely killed me when Jasmine said, when she was like, why did they pick the biggest room when they should have left that for those of us that are in a miserable marriage and a miserable life and just having a miserable time? I was like, oh, okay. Tell us how you really feel, Jasmine. Tell us how you really feel. So the next couples arriving to the house, Kobe and Emily, and Ashley and Manuel. When Emily said in the car, I wonder if I can get Jasmine to massage my feet. You know, she was sucking Gino's toes, and Kobe busted out laughing. I was like, this is why I love them. I know some people, you know, y'all don't like Emily, whatever. I love her. I don't know. I understand she is a little bossy, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. To an extent, especially if, you know, you like things done a certain way or you want them done a certain way. Yeah, it's bossy, but at least she's communicating what she needs and wants. Because she could be bossy or she could be in a situation like Rob and Sophie. Emily and Kobe get there, and so do Ashley and Manuel. They're all getting along really cool. I'm gonna be honest, Ashley and Manuel I don't know too much about, but they're good right now, apparently. I do know, like, a big issue with him is the fact that he's sending money back, but I like to his family. Well, I don't know if that's like the big issue, but I know, like, that's something that is causing some drama. But what I've come to realize is it seems like a lot of times men that are Latin men, basically, a lot of them, like, their goal and job and everything is to send money back home to help take care of their family. So that's kind of, I'll be honest, it's not surprising to me that that's what he's doing. So yeah, they just gotta figure it out. I don't know. Their segment wasn't really in this episode, so I don't really know too much about them. Maybe I will do like a little deep dive on YouTube, because I'm not sitting and watching 20 episodes of this season. No, I'm not doing it. The tell-all is all I need. Thank you. Yeah, so they got there. When Emily pushed Jasmine, I busted out laughing. Like, when she was like, ew, get away from me, because she's so skinny. She was like, I'm standing by the men. And Jasmine, like, went flying. I was like, ah! I feel that, though. Jasmine ended up offering Emily like a foot massage anyway, which was so sweet. Like, I secretly, no, not secretly, I out loud love Jasmine. I like Jasmine personally. She seems like a girl's girl. She's always there for the girls. She's wanting to speak encouragement into them, make them feel good. I love that. I'm never going to be mad at a girl's girl. So, yeah. I don't care what has gone on with her and Gino. Gino decided to stay, so therefore Gino likes it. You know, usually when, you know, if I go to a restaurant and I get tomatoes on my burger, I don't like tomatoes. Am I going to keep the tomatoes on the burger? No. There we go. So if you don't like tomatoes, Gino, get rid of the tomatoes. Duh. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So then Liz gets there by herself. Praise be to God, because I was so sick and tired of her and Big Ed together. They were not a cute couple. They never seemed to make each other happy. And Ed, for lack of a better word, he's a dick, okay? We saw what happened when he first got on the show with Rose. He's a dick. He's always been a dick. He's always going to be a dick. That's what he is. Like, he should change his name to Big Dick. No, he shouldn't. According to Liz. So, yeah, she gets there, and then, like, Jasmine, like, sees her alone and is, like, immediately like, yeah, he's ugly, he's fat, he has no neck, he's a disgusting person, he's a bitch, I'm glad y'all are over. And I'm like, damn, Jasmine, tell us how you really feel. But also at the same time, I'm kind of like that with my friends. Like, when they break up with their boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, then I'm like the first one, like, yeah, I didn't like them anyway. His shoes were ugly, he had a big ass forehead, his neck was weird. Like, but yeah, so Liz gets there, everyone's having a good time, they're doing a little drinky drink, and then Ed gets there and no one gives a fuck about him being there. Like, they're just like, exactly, he doesn't deserve any acknowledgement. Let's be honest, he doesn't deserve the acknowledgement. He doesn't deserve the hi, how are you? No, he doesn't. So I'm glad no one gave that to him. He just kind of walked into them like all kumbaya-ing, and they just looked at him like record scratch like that. Love that. He deserved that. And then first thing he does when he sees Liz is like starts crying. That got on my nerves because, again, like they said, like, he's always just trying to put the sympathy on him, or like make it seem like, motherfucker, don't act like the reason y'all's relationship is in the state that it's in is because of you. Like, okay, Liz does have her faults, everyone does in a relationship and blah blah blah, but Ed, you're the villain, okay? So he starts that crying shit. Everyone's just looking at him like, rightfully so. And then Liz, why the fuck are you wiping his tears? Like, that's something that kind of and like Manuel was saying, besito, besito. No besito, Manuel, no besito, no. So when he's all crying and Liz is like wiping his tears and whatnot, I just wanted to just pop in the screen, just, bitch, put your hand down. Like, I wish someone would have saw her reaching up to like wipe his eyes and they were like, bitch. Like, that's what someone literally should have done, because that's what she needed. Because, girl, you're in a relationship, A, do not be touching this motherfucker while he's crying. You should be sitting there like, cry some more. That's in my head, but maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm a little toxic, I don't know. They keep it moving. Patrick's a dick because why call out that Jasmine gave you a hug? Why do that? Liz and Ed decide to have a little sit down chit chat, and Liz is like, oh my god, you just came in here and made everything about you. Why didn't you say like, oh my god, Liz, you look so beautiful. Liz, you look great. Liz, how are you? Liz, shut the fuck up. How about that? Shut the fuck up. After that, they're talking, and then they're all just looking at each other like trying to force the tears out. Like, these phony ass tears. Like, that's all I kept thinking. Like, and then, you know, Ed, of course, he's you know, I'm here for you. What is it? Famous last words? He said, I'm here to support you. we see what happens a little later. But yeah, but basically to me, I think Ed just came in crying, thinking that not only is Liz single, like Patrick said, he thought he was going to come in, get laid, everyone was going to feel bad for him, the situation with him and Liz and blah 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 blah. No, he's delusional in the head. He's really delusional. Yeah, so next get into the house is Lauren and Alexi, and dang, I didn't realize everyone has beef with Lauren. Like, what did she do? What did she do? Can y'all clue me in? Because I have no idea. I didn't know people didn't like Lauren like this. Like, I understand she could be a little but I don't know. I like Lauren, but I guess she be talking junk about people. I don't know. Can y'all point me to the drama? Point me to the chaos. I can't lie, I'm a little messy. So Lauren and them, they get there, and then basically everyone was just sitting around waiting for Angela and Michael to get there, and they weren't getting there, and then the producer came and was like, yeah, they're not coming tonight, we don't know if they're coming tomorrow, we don't know.
I definitely believe Angela made the decision not to come. Like, I don't think she wants anybody to meet Michael.
Absolutely. If she was here by herself, she would be here.
Like, why wouldn't she want us to meet Michael?
Why would she want to meet Michael? Well, I think that she got to tell her story and tell Michael's story because he wasn't here. And so now that Michael can tell his side,
we have the two versions.
Yes, and I don't think she wants anyone to hear it.
Do you think they're going to come tomorrow?
When Emily saying, I think it's 100% Angela who's making them not come, because she doesn't want people to hear Michael's side of the story. Like, for how long have they been on TV? Like 7 years, 10 years, however long. The whole time that they've been on the show, Angela's been feeding the narrative. Angela's been telling her side. Angela's been able to share this, that, and the third, whereas Michael has always been behind a computer screen. So we never really got his point of view from things. And then honestly, even still, when Michael does get there, he's even still like not really sharing his point of view of things. He's like, it's a private matter, you know.
Sorry we couldn't make it last night.
You guys got in late?
Yeah.
Is it because of Angela?
Yeah, what's the truth?
Was that because y'all were arguing?
Sort of, but a misunderstanding, between us, it's private,
I understand.
Yeah.
Whatever. Which I respect and love, because he's like, yeah, it's drama, and yeah, I could knock this hoe down a couple of legs if I really shared what the fuck's going on. But I'm gonna respect my wife and keep it between us because it's a private matter. Why the fuck can't Angela do the same? Excuse my French, but everyone's sitting around like happy to see Michael, like asking him questions, and again he's like, it's private, it's family, blah blah blah. But then of course, as soon as Angela gets there, she's like, why are you here? Why are you sitting on my couch on my stage and blah blah blah? Girl, he's the reason you are on this show. He is also a castmate. Just because you forgot that he is also a castmate on the show, seeming as it's 90 Day Fiance, spinoff, whatever, he's still a cast member. He's still a part of the show. So for you to sit there and just try and belittle him in front of everyone too at that, and then you're talking about nonsense. Like, where did the girl from New Jersey come from? If he hasn't talked to her in 2 years and you decided to stick with him afterwards, why is it a problem now? You just look for a reason to make Michael look like the bad guy, because of course she said, you're not gonna sit here and make them think you're just the nicest guy and I'm a bitch. Girl, you do that yourself, okay? You need no help from Michael making yourself look like a bitch, okay? You do just fine on your own, okay? I loved how everyone was so excited to see Michael, giving him hugs, everything. You could tell he probably had no idea how people were going to react to him getting there. So when he walked in with like the straight face, and they're like, oh my God, Michael. He's so adorable. He got so happy, like, oh, just giving all the hugs and stuff.
Oh, that's Micah.
Whoa! This guy. Michael, how you doing?
I'm
nice
fine.
to see you here.
Thank you.
Wow.
Hey, get on, Michael.
I'm good.
Oh my goodness, man.
How you doing, bro?
I'm
Nice
good.
to meet you,
Nice
bro.
to meet you.
I honestly know that Michael is in a very tough and tight spot right now, because being an African man You know, it's really crazy to stick with a woman who has the kind of personality that Angela has. The chemistry, sometimes I don't get it.
But when Angela's ASS walked in and it was just kind of like, oh, Angela, good. That's also what she deserves. She deserves the Big Ed treatment. Her and Big Ed deserve the same treatment, and they need to be cast off of the show, off to purgatory hell. But anyways, I hate that Angela just can't stand when people stick up for Michael also. But we've seen every single other tell-all when Angela's sitting there and Michael's behind the screen or not there. Angela wants to share her 2 cents about everyone else's relationship. So why is it now all of a sudden a problem when people are just trying to do the same thing with you? So don't do that whole, this is my marriage, you guys don't know anything and blah, 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 blah. You don't know anything about their marriages and their relationships and whatnot, but you still take the time to go out of your way to try and tell someone what they need to be doing in their relationship and blah, 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 when you need to be worried about taking some anger management classes, probably brushing your teeth, getting those dentures fixed, because we can see the bottom of them. It looks like a whole bunch of glue. Fix that first, mamas. Fix that first. Basically, it just... so far, and then even secretly with the preview of the next episode of the tell-all, it just looks like Angela's just throwing shit at a wall, trying to make people look at Michael a different kind of way, like especially when she was like, oh, did you tell them how you said all women are stupid and dumb and blah, 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 blah? Where did that come from? Who asked that? Honestly, I don't know why, but she somehow thinks like Michael is fooling people into thinking he's this whatever guy when we're watching it on TV. Like, he doesn't need to fool anything. We see how he's dealt with your abuse for years. You've thrown things at him. You've thrown cake in his face. You've torn apart his car. Like, if you're acting like that on camera, I can only imagine what you do behind closed doors, especially when he finally got approval for his visa and came to the States. I can only imagine what was happening in that house. Like, literally, it gives Angela just didn't want Michael to be with anyone else. She didn't want to be with him, but she was like, yeah, let me bring his ass to the States and make him be my sex slave, basically. Like, that's, I hate to say it, but it's like, that's kind of what it's given. That's kind of, if we use our noggins, that's kind of what it's given. No, I think so. So the first couple to go is Big Ed and Liz, and I'm not laughing at their situation because it's really messed up. Like, the fact that he called off their wedding and did not call her, did not even communicate that to her. The darn preacher officiant, I think they said, had to call her and be like, oh, I'm so sorry about, your wedding being canceled and blah, 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 blah. That was effed up. Like, Ed should feel like the lowest of the low. That literally, I'm glad Liz went ahead and closed the chapter there, because that is, I feel like there's no coming back from that. Even if the argument was about, it could have been about taco pasta, it could have been about cheating, like, in between, you should always communicate. If you're calling off the wedding, you need to communicate that to the person first. That's just common sense. It's common courtesy. But this is Big Ed we're talking about, so. But I liked how Ashley jumped in and she was like, Ed, you're not taking any accountability for yourself, because you just said it takes 2 to begin a relationship and 2 to end a relationship. But you made the whole taco pasta thing about Liz, when that's her daughter. If her daughter is saying the food is too hot for her, then she's a kid. So it doesn't matter if there was jalapenos or if there was bell peppers or if there was tomato. It doesn't matter what was in it. If the little girl is saying it's too hot, Liz, as her mother, has every right to be like, this is too hot for my child. But he just wanted to sit on stage and argue like, no, it's bell peppers. No one gives a fuck. Ed. Excuse my French, but damn. He just likes to argue with Liz. He likes to trigger her because he knows he can, and I think he likes to have that power over her to be able to do that. But boy, he was not expecting Liz to have her a boo thing. Okay, enter Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, how's it going, Sean?
Well, I'd like to know what you've been thinking as you've been listening to this conversation backstage.
Oh, man.
I don't have much to say to you. First of all, after today, you're in the past. We're going to move forward. Starting today, you will never disrespect her again. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with me. And I stand on that.
There you go.
Good luck, buddy.
Shout out to Jason. Jason came in standing on business. He was like, first and foremost, she's with me now. You are not going to disrespect her. You are not going to talk to her any old kind of way. You are not even going to look at her. If you got a problem with something that Liz says, does, or whatever, you're going to come to me first, and we're going to figure that out, okay? Yeah. So when he came in, he was standing on business behind his girl. Of course, Liz's mom was there too. She likes Jason also. We saw how Ed was talking to her, especially when they showed the little flashback from when Liz was moving out. Again, that just falls into the Ed's a dick category. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. He's an ass. He's a dick. Yeah. He's everything below the belt. Yeah. When Liz said, when Ed was like man to man and Jason was like, I don't know about that, and Liz was like, yeah, he made me carry the luggage. I died and went to heaven, y'all. I died and went to heaven because first of all, Liz, as a woman, why did you feel comfortable doing that? I mean, personally, I don't mind, like, you know, helping my partner out and whatnot, but it's like, there's some things that, you know, a man should be doing, but whatever. She loved him, I assume. I hope. Yeah. So then the next couple that they talk about things is Gino and Jasmine. And period, Jasmine, in your Cinderella gown looking like you're about to go to the ball. If you run away off that couch, you'll drop your glass slipper. All she's missing is her sash and tiara. I don't know. Jasmine's my kind of extra. I feel like if I were to ever be at the tell-all, that's the type of extra I would be. I'd be in there in a ball gown too, okay? Looking like I'm waiting for my horse and carriage to come pick me up and take me to the ball, okay? Personally, I'm a little extra. I'm a little dramatic, if y'all haven't been able to tell. So they're talking, going over Gino and Jasmine's whole thing. I felt so bad for Jasmine when she said she's nobody in this country because Gino hasn't done the paperwork. And I like that everyone was kind of, you know, coming to Gino's defense, like doing the paperwork is a lot. It's a lot. It takes time, whatever. But it's also like, Gino's unemployed. He should have started the paper as soon as Jasmine got there. But then he told on himself when he said, oh, well, if things are going to be like this and blah, 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 why would I do the paperwork? You know, I want to basically see if this is even going to last and whatnot. Then, like Ashley said, then you shouldn't have brought her here. That was the whole point of bringing her here, so y'all can be together. So to kind of dangle that over her head, that's messed up. It's like, if you don't act the way I want you to do, your possible life here in America will go poof, bye-bye, just because I said so. That's messed up. That's no way to be in a relationship. And to be honest, that kind of gave me that Gino likes to be in control. I know a lot of people don't like Jasmine, especially because of how she has treated Gino in past seasons over the years and whatnot. But again, that falls into my... Clearly Gino liked it because he stayed with her and brought her here. So clearly Gino didn't mind. So if you like it, I love it. No? So basically it feels like he brought her here. Now he feels like he has control. So how when they would go on their vacations together and meet up and wherever, and Jasmine would talk to him this sort of way and rude, mean, whatever. Now it's like the roles have reversed. She's on his turf. She's in his house. She's got to basically, you know, do as he says. And he knows that, and he's exploiting that, which is, you know, why he's dangling the paperwork over her head, why he's not taking her to get her license, why he's making it a big deal, you know, deciding when she can go to the gym and when she can't. Like, it's things like that. It's like, it's his little way of showing, like, I'm the one that's always in control. You basically need to mold yourself to make me happy if you want these things. If you want to become a citizen, if you want your green card, if you want your license, if you want to go to the gym, you got to make me happy. And that's also where it comes down to the sexy time too. Like, he's in control of that too. Like, oh, you want to do the naughty with me? make me happy or whatever. You need to change yourself to make me happy, and then maybe I'll get you all these things, or I'll do all these things that you want. It's messed up. It's controlling. It's, let's call a spade again. Yeah, it's controlling. It's giving, he's finally got the balls in his court, so he's holding that mother. He's not passing it to nobody. Yeah, like even when his cousins came and they pointed that out too, and they were like, how he's constantly like, oh, Jasmine, you should be thankful. You should be thankful that I brought you here, Jasmine. You should be, it's a lot of work that I did to bring you here, Jasmine. Okay, I'm sure we see how Jasmine's been in the house. I'm sure she's thanked him. She even said it herself. She's thanked him. She's apologized, whatever. And it's like nothing's changed. It's Gino. It's Gino. It's given tit for tat. Like, Jasmine had the tit when in previous seasons, so he was gonna tat her ass right back. That's what it's given. Yeah, and you could tell he's like, it's like talking to a brick wall, because even when his cousins came and they were like, Gino doesn't do anything for her, it's kind of sad, and he's still like, no, it's hard work taking her to the gym. I gotta get up and like, I've gotta put on clothes and shoes, and then I gotta drive to the gym. It's a whole 10 minutes down the street. Jasmine always just wants to go to the gym. Why does Jasmine need to go to the gym? But Lord forbid, what if Jasmine came to the States and didn't want to go to the gym and just wanted to eat puff pastries and cheeseburgers from McDonald's all the time and blew up like a blimp? Then it would be a problem. So I don't know. I was just kind of like, Jasmine do be oversharing a little bit, because we did not need to know the fact that she hasn't seen him naked and stuff. But whatever. That's weird. Even when they were like, oh, he was like, we got in the tub together, Jasmine. And she was like, but you had on like underwear. And he was like, perhaps. He was like, oh, I did have on underwear. It was like, Gino, dang. So Jasmine was talking about his porn addiction and how basically that's all he likes to do is watch the porn and things. And he's like, I don't like to watch. I'm not addicted to porn. Have I watched it? Yes, but I'm not addicted. Yeah. But this build up to the kind of porn that Jasmine saw in his search discovery thing has me terrified. Like, what is it? Like, is he like wanting to watch like the children, the animals, like the reptiles, like, I don't know, like torture? Like, what is it? Like, the build up to it, I'm like, oh my God. Like, she was like, I don't know if he watched it, but it was in his search. And I'm like, Gino, what are you doing? Like, what are you like, Gino, had me terrified. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what is she about to say he's into? So that whole buildup of like what it was that he was watching, I was like, I was expecting the worst. Like, my mind was going to the left. Like, I was going way out of the ballpark. I'm not gonna lie, I am happy to hear that it was just, another woman that he was looking at. But dang, when she said it, like, my heart kind of dropped, because like, as a woman, I would be absolutely crushed. Like, the person I'm with, that I'm married to, personally me, I don't mind if my man watches porn. Do you, boo? If that's what gets you into it, as long as you're not actually out here messing with different people and messing with these women and whatnot. If you want to watch that and get yourself excited and whatnot, do you, boo? Live your life. But to be watching someone that you've previously had a relationship with and relations with while you're with me, and not only are you with me, but you're not having relations with me? Oh, self-esteem would drop straight to the floor. Fuck. 6 feet under the core of the earth. I literally, that would probably kill me. As a woman, that would literally break my whole entire heart. So like when Jasmine said that, I was like, oh, Gino, what the fuck? But whatever. So that's where they end the tell-all and scene. That's where they end part 1 of the tell-all. So the next episode, they're going to continue talking about that. They're going to talk a little bit with, I think they're going to, no, so they're going to finish that. They're going to talk a little bit with Michael and Angela, and then they're going to go back to the house, and we get to see Angela be her crazy psychotic self, basically mad at Michael for just breathing like she does. So woohoo, who's excited to see Michael be verbally abused some more? Yay. But basically we all know, I think Angela's been fired from TLC, which is great and fantastic. But honestly, TLC, if y'all want to bring Angela back and like put Michael in the single life, call me, because I will date Michael and I will put Angela in her place. I will happily get into an argument with her and we'll go back and forth. I'm low-key a little bit of a troll, so we'll just be sitting there going back and forth like, girl, you want a tit? I'm going to tap that. Let me relax. Because I really am a sweetheart, but I don't like to I can't sit by and watch people just be disrespected and be yelled at, especially like Michael he just like curls up and she's just yelling. You could just tell in his face, he's just like, he deserves that green card. Honestly, if I could give it to him myself, I would. If I could give him my citizenship, I would. If I could be like, yeah, I want to transfer my United States citizenship to someone else, I'm going to give it to Michael. I'm just being honest. But yeah, so that's it for Tell All Part 1. I definitely can't wait to watch Part 2 and review that and see the chaos that goes on inside that house, especially now that Michael and Angela are there. I do hope people stick up for Michael more. That's what I hope, because Michael's so quiet, and I think he's kind of afraid of Angela too, which everyone looks to be kind of. I hope someone, because literally all you need is just one person to speak up, and then a lot of times that's when it's like a domino effect. Then everyone has something to say too. So hopefully that's what happens. But yeah, so that's it for part 1 of the tell-all. I'll be watching part 2. Because it has aired a good little bit. I think they're like on episode 3 or 4 now. So I'm going to do boop, boop, boop. So I'm going to watch part 2 of the tell-all. And then I'm going to film my recap for then. Yeah. And we'll go from there. But yes, please discuss with me down in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this tell-all. If there's anything I missed also. And also the drama with Lauren and the rest of the girls, like what's going on there, let me know. Please send me some links and things, because like I said, I'm slightly messy. I want to know what's going on. What's the drama? I love other people's drama. But yeah, that's it for this recap so far, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I am going to continue with ASMR also, but this was just something I started watching and I was like, I gotta talk about this with someone. And no one that I know watches the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, so I talk about it with y'all. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next recap. Bye.